because they came from his trauma, so that it won't happen. So then he won't let anyone else suffer from the same pain that he suffered through when he saw his parents die at the age of 18. Astrapi, on the other hand, he prefers to get things done fast and uses various types of tricks. And he can't go one day without a trick, really. But Nero in this chapter, I'm not sure if I want him to, if he's just gonna be in there just or not. Well, he is gonna be there, but just sort of gonna be using a quick verse, or just like gonna get straight into the action by learning a trick from Asrapi to gain the advantage to Envy, which is the sin that they're fighting in this chapter. Because I just thought of a quick joke in this chapter at the end after the fight's concluded. It's just like where Asrapi just goes, "Where did you learn that from?" Then Nero goes, "I learned it from you. Clever." And then as soon as he helps him up, Nero helps Asrapi up and just says, "And Nero, take one thing for granted. Do me a favor for me and save the tricks for me, because that's my thing."
I think you should put it in.
Hmm. Yeah, because
It ain't gonna break his character.
I mean, just using a quip.
Yeah, it's my new quip. It's make. Here's what you can do. You make it rare for him to quip.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, okay.
Give the
Then
audience a sense of. Give them a sense of when that rarity comes in. That means they went through something very harrowing.
right.
So harrowing that what Nero quips
I mean,
out of the blue.
yeah, just by learning from Voltia's one of his younger brothers.
Yeah, kind of like at the end of the near end of Doctor Strange, where Wong starts laughing,
mm.
where he's like comically serious all the time.
mm. Oh yeah, we're live. First 3 minutes in.
That's fine. I'm not doing no intro right now. It's a fun stream.
Okay then. I mean, there'll be there might be some more people joining in soon eventually. But hey guys, how you doing? but
Yeah. Good evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. You will come here, Wolf 10 on your werewolf as usual. We're doing a fun stream tonight. We have Final the man, the Warrior of Light back with us, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
greetings to viewers and fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 here, and welcome back to another live stream on the UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. And if you have been wondering why I haven't been on the previous stream from this week, it's because I got sick. How? Because I have been exposed to COVID. And granted, it was a very faint case because since I've been taking cold showers, since taking cold showers for only a few months, only will actually give you access to, or no, not give you access, um, will actually make you immune to viruses and all types of illnesses. Um, but it was still very painful as hell. Um, um, soon as and I got that because my dad was infected by that, and granted, he's getting better, and I'm also getting better from recovering from it. So yeah, this has actually been the second time that I've been infected by it. Hey, Red Sorceress. So the first time I've been infected by it was back when I was at Indiana State University, because I was at college for a while until I dropped out after being there for the past 2 months. And it was even more painful than how it was when I got that this week. And when I didn't even know it was COVID when I first got it.
Let me pause you real
Okay.
quick, Final. We have the Bear of the North, Eloise Dottle.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Well,
Yeah,
we're
Louise.
hearing his story about how he got COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Are
yeah,
you
because
dying?
oh no, I'm fine. It's
Yeah,
just
because
that
like a lot of people, considering like these last few years, a lot of people panicking over catching it.
right. Because I mean, it is very panic-inducing when you first get it. I was like, oh god, I think I might actually die from that. Unless, of course, it can actually be treated, and you can actually, of course, like healing when you just heal yourself by taking medicines from this, because it is a virus and it can be cured.
Did
But
you take? Did you like use the what's it called again? That medicine that Trump was talking about?
no, because
Hydrochlorosil or something like that? Hydroxychloroquine?
Yeah.
allow me to explain after all this happened. Because back when I first got in college, I didn't even know I had COVID at that time. I didn't even know
So
what it
you
even
were
was.
you were asymptomatic.
Mm, not sure, really.
Just let him finish the story.
Alright.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, because I didn't even know it was COVID when I first got it, but I remember it was mostly so damn painful. When then the second time when I got it this week. So then the first time I got it, my entire body was in pain. My body was aching. I had a headache, I had a sore throat, my nose was running, my left ear was plugged up. It was so uncomfortably painful. I couldn't even sleep. And then and I didn't even go to the health center at ISU because I didn't even know where it even was. But so then I started taking ibuprofen for my headaches, but it didn't get rid of the sore throat, nor even my plugged up ear. So then I started taking Dayquil for my sore throat because if you take 20 milligrams of Dayquil or Nyquil, that will help out your sore throat. But then sooner when I dropped out from college, um, I started treating I started treating myself with medicine to unplug my left ear. So then granted now I can actually hear this. But now the second time I got it was when my dad was infected and it was a very faint a mid case of COVID when the second time I got it. And so and it was still painful as hell though. My left ear, well, not really plugged up, but it almost was. But I still had that sore throat when this was happening. My nose was running, and I still had the headache. And yet, I then started treating myself again, pretty much with the same things, minus my left ear plugging up, because I didn't have that problem anymore, really. So yeah, that's been twice that I've been infected by COVID. My dad's got infected with COVID too, but luckily he's also recovering from that.
That's sounds similar to like what I was dealing with, like back before people started panicking over it, and back where everybody just like back when the people who did like push the massive panic for the lockdowns and were denying that it would ever reach here. Like I just remember having a cold where I just spent days in bed and just I kept downing a whole bunch of NyQuil.
Oh man. Like, I mean, indeed,
And
it
it
is
was like I
very.
had two empty
Oh,
bottles of NyQuil. Two empty bottles. Like
Damn, girl, how do you not have a Down syndrome?
I mean, indeed, it is very panic-inducing the first time you get COVID.
no, but here's the thing, I kept getting colds and it would be like these strong colds where I was just like I felt like I was dying inside because like your throat gets really sore and then you can't breathe and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good thing. Like I had this medicine for sore throat that came from France that I found in at Target. It wasn't verified, but somehow they were selling it at Target, so I like took that to like numb my throat.
Damn.
Man. So yeah. being sick is really fucking painful. Very common knowledge that it is. It's really fucking painful.
You telling me?
Yeah, here's the thing though. I don't even know if it was COVID or not, but I did get a bunch of colds. Like between the period before like everybody was panicking COVID and by the end of by the end of like 2021, like between those two time periods, like 2019 to 20 to the nearing the end of 2021, that's when I just kept getting sick. But then after that, I'm no longer getting sick like constantly. So I don't know if my immune system just got stronger or
I'd say your immune system got stronger.
yeah. But I don't really know if it was COVID. So, but
Yeah. And the thing when I actually got infected with COVID is that it was so painful. I legit started crying from that. Because, like, it was so immeasurably painful. I literally started crying because I felt like I was going to die.
Let's take a moment of silence for him.
It's just like, I mean, luckily I'm
so
fine. Oh,
would you say that the the lockdowns helped any, or is it just a waste? Because
I mean, it's just from. Wait, what do you mean from the waste?
uh, the lockdowns wreaked more economical damage to like society than it really helped. Because like the whole
Oh,
point was to protect like the most vulnerable people, but it really like from my perspective, it really didn't do anything. It just made things worse.
mm,
Like some grandparents died in isolation. Some kids they can't they're damaged in the sense that because they spent the years that are most critical with masks on and seeing adults with masks on, they don't have the ability to like socialize looking at faces and things like that. Then there's like the brain drain of people who are in school who lost like years of their life,
mm.
years of that could have been spent like continuing their education, like they lost that. So now they're behind on a lot of things. So that means children are going to be more infantile when they reach like their teens.
Mm. I mean, I thought you meant like from on my experience, like just from the process of getting sick. The first time when I got COVID back in 2021 when I was at ISU.
Yeah, but I mean, that was around the time when the lockdowns were around. So did the lockdowns really help you not get sick?
Let's welcome everybody. The lovely Leia Val, Leia plus size.
Hey, good evening, everybody. How
Hey,
are you?
Leia.
Hello,
Hello.
Leia.
Hello. Hello. Um, I too long got in, so I couldn't get to you when you first started. Fridays are usually a busy day for me, but I could chat for a little while. So don't let me interrupt your conflab. Um, you say it's
Oh,
fun talk?
yeah, but we final started talking about his time with COVID.
Oh, final. You had COVID
Yep, twice.
twice. Oh, well. Oh.
Don't worry, he's gonna catch up to my record of catching colds like
Yeah,
it's
because
nobody's
this week it's been the
business.
second time. Yeah, because yeah, it's getting better.
When did
Because
But like the second time around, does it feel less painful or more painful?
well, a bit less painful, but still painful. First time I got it was painful as hell.
That's what I heard. My sister's whole family had it back in what was this is September. I think back in August, her whole family, except for the oldest nephew, had it. But there, she's fine. But she told me she wouldn't wish it on her worstest enemy Because that first time she said the headaches were the worst part, but the whole fast. I told her, well, don't bring it to me if all of you have it. The whole family had it. Husband, her, the youngest nephew, the oldest nephew doesn't have it, but I told her, well, because we were supposed to be doing something together for Labor Day, but canceled that because they all had COVID. So she told me how bad it could be the first time around.
Yeah.
So how's your voice? How you feeling?
It's getting better because I had been I mean, it was a very mid case of COVID when the second time I got it from this week, because I've been taking cold showers a lot. Because if you take cold showers in the quite a few months, you will start to develop immunity to many different types of illnesses, including viruses. And but then I had to take hot showers
Oh
again due to
yeah.
the condition that I was in, because I don't think cold cases would
Yeah,
even
the
cold
the
showers.
reason why cold showers help is when you take showers with warm water, like that opens up your pores. So like if you what you're supposed to do like after using warm water is spray yourself with cold water to close the pores.
Right.
That way if you don't close your pores up, then that'll just allow bacteria to get in and it can make you sick.
Right, because even taking cold showers a lot, it will actually help you develop some more attractive skin, like healthier skin, especially on your hair. And plus, it
Yeah,
does also help with fitness.
that's probably because like when you take warm showers, that tends to get rid of the natural oils on the body.
Mm.
Oh well, that's good to hear that you're doing a whole lot
Makes
better.
sense.
Yeah, I have
And
to keep that in mind since we're going into the cold season here in Michigan. I need to keep that in mind. I don't want to catch
It's
anything.
raining over here.
It
yeah,
was hot today, but today
I
it was
wouldn't
hot.
recommend taking cold showers like sub-zero cold, but because it's almost like
Oh damn,
weightlifting.
you
It's almost
guys
like
know.
weightlifting. You gotta have like the weight that you're comfortable with, but if you do want to up the ante, you would actually have to put up a bit more heavier weights in order to actually get stronger with that. So it's similar case with cold is to be more comfortable with that. Like you have to be like one with the cold.
You guys want to know who doesn't have a choice on how they're gonna take their showers?
Who?
The Germans.
The Germans?
Well,
How
yeah,
so?
most of Europe because like they rely on oil from Russia and the whole Ukraine situation.
Oh yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
I remember.
which makes me think. I remember seeing these TikToks. Not TikToks, the YouTube shorts that came from TikTok.
Mm.
I
It
see.
was this lady. It was this lady talking about how much better living in Germany was for her than living in the U.S. I wonder how she's doing now that she's probably gonna, be lacking wood and stuff for the winter. And I mean, I don't feel. I know it's not good to laugh at other people's misfortune, but it kind of just irritated me how she was like, how some Americans like they're born in the U.S. but they hate the U.S. Like just I'm not saying it was her. It was mostly like seeing the comment section, and I mean, she didn't say it so blatantly, but like you could tell that sort of stuff, like sentiment, is there. So like she was going on about all the benefits that living in Germany gave you or whatever, because healthcare and this and that, and you know how the people in the U.S. are always going on about how much better Europe is at doing healthcare and all that other shit. So, like in my mind, I'm just thinking, watching that, I'm just like, I really wish the U.S. could stop subsidizing Europe so that they could finally pay their own defense and watch how all the costs for healthcare and all that stuff that they're so proud of boasting about becomes very costly. Because the whole reason why all that stuff is expensive here in the U.S. is because the U.S. subsidizes so many other countries. So
Oh,
it just gets irritating hearing European people talk about how much better they have it with their
Rob the
social
poor,
programs and all
give to
that
the
other stuff.
rich.
Like when it's
Rob the
coming off
poor,
the
give to the needy.
it's
And they
coming
and
off
the
it's coming
Europeans are
off the
some
back.
needy motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's coming, like all the stuff that they have, it's really coming off the US taxpayer and all that other stuff. Because their countries get subsidized by the US, because the US puts a lot of money into NATO and all that other crap. And that's why we don't have a lot of money for our own people. And Europeans don't seem to comprehend that. And then they shit on us because we can't afford the programs or because capitalism, this and that. When in reality, this country hasn't been capitalistic in a long time.
Final. Do you mind me asking
He's
where
away
you
right
are?
now.
Oh, okay. I'll wait till he comes back. If he comes back, okay. I'll wait till he comes back. Interesting fact to know, Eloise.
I mean,
Yeah.
can we get back to other countries, competing with each other as usual? Why we gotta compete within our own fucking country?
Oh well, you know where that comes from.
I'm
You say
like,
compete.
I miss the days where the French used to shit on America because we start wars.
But the French lost the most important modern war in history, so like nobody remembers all their old shit. Oh, and
Like bring back the Brits that calls us Yanks for always going gung ho on every situation of every when it comes to
um
warfare. Get your
well,
ass in here, Tweldy.
William Soba says hello, so the child a flower, and damn it.
Girl, you late.
No. I'm just looking at the comments. And Red 31 Sorceress says, have you guys heard about Elizabeth II, that she died? And I can't, it's hard to read that. Have you
Yeah,
heard
we heard
about
about that.
Elizabeth II death? And I was shocked yesterday, even though I knew about it.
And eventually she would die.
Yes.
I was about to ask
Uh,
Final that question. Final, is it shut down where you're at, or I read on the news said England is in 10 days of mourning. So I don't know here in America.
Wait,
Do businesses?
I thought Final was in the US.
I am in the
Oh,
U.S.
I'm sorry, Final. I heard your accent, so I thought you were from England. So I'm sorry. I'm
You're okay.
sorry about that.
I mean, I've
No,
grown
Excuse
up in
me,
it's
my
Indiana
Matthew.
for
dear.
for 19 years, my whole life. I was born and raised in Indiana my whole life.
Oh my goodness. I swear to God, are your parents English or
No,
American?
they're American. They were raised here in the state.
It's Matthew that's
I
from
don't
England.
know. Okay, well, excuse me. I really thought I thought I heard an accent on you. So excuse excuse me. I'll take back that question. So forgive me for that.
You'll be
Oh yeah,
okay.
you're right. You're right, Eloise. This was Matthew. So forget that question. I'll respond to that if I can. I was shocked. Yes, I kind of knew her days were numbered. She had been ill for some time. She was 96 years old. She was drawing back from her duties. So I knew she does it, and I did too.
Me
Matthew,
too.
we think you're everything but from the United States. But I knew eventually her time was going to come. She looked ill. I heard rumors she was very, very ill. She never seemed to recover from her husband's death. They said she fell into this depression and never came out of it. But it's still sad anyway. I even said to myself how shocked, sad I was to hear of her death, because what you're seeing is the sadness is you're seeing really the end of an era. And what I mean by that is that in my lifetime, I won't see a queen for a very long time. All of the next line of successions are going to be men. So I know they're dying in the streets about that. But they're all going to be kings. And you're just not going to see someone like that has been in the public eye for most of the 20th century. Even before television, she was a public figure. But
We have the African snake, Twelday.
hello, Twelve.
Hello, corn pop.
That's what the hell you doing with corn pop?
Hello and welcome. I have arrived with my glowing light of darkness. I shall take over. Yeah.
Well, 12,
Hello,
it's good
guys.
to know.
Negro English, speak it.
It's fine.
Fish,
We
what
can
is
figure
that?
out what you were saying.
Indeed, am I?
It sounds like Darkseid on the Super Friends cartoon.
Leave it. For some reason, 12D loves to give us a voice from the dark side of whatever, from the dark side. The dark side of people. Well, it's good to know. Can we have 12D back?
He is currently
You know he likes to begin with that voice. You know it.
Yes, he does. Yes, he just loves to talk like he is possessed by Gonzer.
It's already shown in his profile picture that we see right now.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Leave it
Justice
to-
Clarence Thomas.
So I guess 12D, we have stolen him from the darker universe. Yes. 12 Justice 12 Thomas. Interesting picture, yes. Leave it
Yeah,
to
I think
him.
that's already a meme.
I think
it's a meme
my
that he
favorite
takes
meme
from.
is the one where it's Justin Clarence Thomas, Mike Pence, and I forgot who the other lady was. And they just have like lightning bolts coming out of their eyes, and then like
Like we're seeing right now.
in the foreground is just like a bunch of people dressed in what's it called? The handmaid tale. Like in the
Fuck the
foreground.
Handmaid's Tale. Fuck
No,
it.
no, no. But have you seen the meme where it's like the
Yeah.
ladies wearing the Handmaid's Tale? Then, like in the background, it's the White House, and then in the air you could just see like the images of Justin Clarence Thomas, Mike Pence, and I forgot her name. I forgot what who the other lady was, and then they just have lightning bolts. Like that's my favorite meme. And it's just all three of them laughing.
I fucking love the lightning bolt meme. It's so awesome. That's why I have this as my profile picture, because it's so fucking epic. Excuse me while I just munching on these chips here, okay?
Okay.
It's okay.
You could just mute your mic.
I don't care. Fuck you.
You better not
Oh,
chew
my
in my
goodness.
damn ear, motherfucker.
So you may
Mm.
want to mute that mic. We don't want to hear you munching.
You know I got
No.
boss control on this shit. I'll mute your ass in a heartbeat.
Well, it worked. He muted. Anyway, what was I going to say?
Of course I was gonna mute. What do you think of me? I'm not that disgusting. I just wanted to be funny.
Oh,
You killed the joke, mate.
I know.
Now you gotta do the accent. Well, you killed the joke, mate.
I was aiming for an.
You haven't got
I was
the facilities for that, mate.
no, I was aiming for an Australian accent, but since you want to do British, oi, you got a license for that?
Speaking in Australian accent. Oh, you got a license for that.
No, it's not like this. It's not. That's not how they do it. They do it like this.
Oh,
Oi, you got a license for that?
wait. What?
What?
Oh God.
See, I
I'm sorry.
I listen to more Australian YouTubers than I do like British ones, so like I have an easier time doing Australian than I do British.
I mean, if ever I want to do an Australian accent, I just try to do the impression of the sniper in Team Fortress 2. Just go like, "Sniper's a good job, mate. It's challenging work, out of doors. I guarantee you're not go angry, because at the end of the day, long as there's nobody left on the planet, someone is gonna want someone dead."
That is true.
That's a very good
Run!
one.
There's a Sheila. She's attacking the Roos. Oh no, the Roo! It's got her wig.
What?
Oh,
Basically, a chick is fighting a kangaroo, and the kangaroo rips her weave off her head.
Oh.
Oh man,
oh my god. Oh
that
my
is
god.
savage. That is savage. Wait, what happened?
No. somebody tried fighting a kangaroo and it didn't turn out so well. Like there's, I don't know if there's like, I think there are like montages of people fighting kangaroos and it just doesn't work out well.
They
Kangaroos.
always want to fight the kangaroo.
My favorite one is where there's this guy who's trying to get his dog and the kangaroo has it in like a choke slam. So the
Yeah.
guy he just walks up to it and just punches the kangaroo in the face. And the kangaroo is dazed. So he lets go of the dog and he just gets his dog and walks off. And the kangaroo just like watches them walk off.
Yeah, it's like
Ooh.
Master Human punched me so good I can't do anything.
Have you guys ever seen the one where it's a kangaroo that gets into a barn and there's this guy like arm wrestling him? like you know how barns have the half door? So like through the half door, this guy just has his hand trying to prevent the kangaroo from getting further inside.
I don't know
So
why are kangaroos so crazy? Why do they want to do all that?
because they fight for territory and they got to show people who's boss so they can land the chick. That's
Oh
kind
my
of how they
God.
work.
I had asked that same question for people who want to fight a freaking kangaroo, despite that it never goes well.
Yep. The funny
I mean,
thing
it
is,
goes well.
does.
It goes well for men who are like farmers and stuff like that because they lift things up that are heavy. Like any guy that can lift, he probably has a chance to
Red,
uh
everybody
to like
bitching about colonialism since the sun up to sundown. They always talking about that shit. Like seriously, colonialism. Who gives a fuck now?
I
We're
don't think
here.
they.
You're here.
I
if
can give you
anything,
Everybody.
why doesn't anybody talk about like the colonialism that the Soviets tried? Like
yeah.
like right now, and China too, like right now they're doing that sort of thing. I mean they're turning freaking Canada into a colony.
Yep, they took Vancouver. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, I'm actually the most. My country was actually colonized by Italy, and I'm actually happy they did so. They saved us from fucking savagery, you know, being barbaric.
Seems our friend T Bird won't be joining us this evening on account of a slight case of death. A man has an idea. The idea attracts others like-minded. The idea expands. The idea becomes the institution. What was the idea? When I started the fires in this goddamn city before I knew it, every charlatan and shit hill was imitating me. You know what they got now? Devil's Night greeting cards. I
Is
want
that
you to set fire so goddamn big the gods will notice us again. That's what I'm saying. I want you guys to be able to look me straight in the eye one more time and say, "Are we having fun or what?" You, what's your name? Skate? How you
You know
feeling?
what's the funny thing?
I feel like a big old worm on a fucking fish pole. You feel like a big old worm on a fucking fish pole. Your mom must be fucking proud of you.
alright? So where's the conversation going?
I have no fucking clue.
I don't
was just-
understand where this meme is from, but okay.
The crow.
The crow.
Oh,
Yes.
Crow.
That was
yeah, because the
Wolf.
funny thing is, I was about to bring up when Eloise was talking about farmers fighting a kangaroo that suddenly they're suddenly tough enough to fight a kangaroo. I just imagine, like, you ever seen the hard lemon commercials of the hard farmer, where he would just like one of the commercials where he would just like tattoo himself on his arm and says, "Making a tattoo on yourself?" Then he turns to them and just says, "Just doodling." It's just only a matter of time where we're just gonna see him just go on in a commercial just fighting a kangaroo, which like he actually did with a crocodile in one commercial.
Wait, do you guys remember that guy who would always go near an animal and talk about it like on Discovery? I forgot what his name was. Wasn't he eating? Wasn't he?
Hunter?
No. It was an Australian guy. He was famous.
Yeah.
Is he a crocodile hunter?
Steve, Irwin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a crocodile hunter. But is it a crocodile hunter or no?
I think it was Turtle Man.
I just know that
That's live action.
he would be unafraid to go near animals, and he was on Discovery.
Basically.
The only one I know is Steve Irwin, the crocodile.
Yeah,
Steve
and he
Irwin.
was Australian.
Yeah.
Steve
that's the
Irwin was
only
like,
one I
"Good
know.
eye, mate." So,
There was also the brothers Kratz.
I know, but like I think I can't remember if he died getting eaten by an animal or mauled.
Oh, you
No,
talking
no,
about the
he
bear?
got.
You talking about the bear
Oh
man?
no. If you're talking about the Australian guy, he actually got stung by a
Stingray.
stingray, and killed him,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
which
yeah.
is absolutely super rare because they don't kill. They're one of the most docile of them of the shark family, but he still died. So it
They're
means
sharks. I thought they were like manta rays.
they're manta rays, yes, but they're from the shark family, I think.
I have one in my freezer right now.
Ooh, soup.
Yeah, like
What?
Yeah,
yeah, we're
you
gonna
can eat
eat
them.
it. Yeah.
You can eat it. It's actually delicious. That's what people
Oh,
say. Like shark fin, and but that's Chinese food usually.
Hmm.
Chanta, you want to eat some shark fin? You can get it from here.
No, but like my mom makes like his. I don't know if
Ooh,
other people do,
chill
but
clip.
like my mom makes ceviche.
Ceviche. Never heard of that one.
Essentially, you like dice up the meat and then you like put it into like a. Damn, it's hard to explain. I don't really know how to make it. I
Into
just know that. But hold up. Basically, you just you dice it up, cook it, and then once you're done cooking it, you put it into like something cold, and then you mix it up with vegetables, and then you put vinegar on it
hmm,
and garlic.
sounds yummy.
Yeah.
Wolf, what are you looking at? Are you watching a man fight? Okay.
Yeah, that's the
watch
one
this-
I'm talking. That's one of the ones I was talking
He
about.
just punched him, like real punched him
I'm
right in the
surprised
face.
the damn kangaroo just let him
Kabang!
slug like that.
You didn't see this one, Wolf? This one dude is famous,
He
man.
straight up just clocked.
He just clocked him in the face.
Get off of me. Like, get out of here. Get out.
You get off my face, boy. Yeah.
You know,
Wanna go?
sometimes I wish I lived in Australia just so I can witness that. But then at the same time, then I remember that they have the worst government ever, and I'm just like, nah. Thankfully, I don't live there.
And everything is built to kill your ass.
Yep. The government too.
I'm out of here. Well, what?
Oh
Is that
god.
a kangaroo in a boxing arena?
Animal
They
cruelty.
Damn, they turned that movie into a real thing with the boxing kangaroo.
I mean, I thought that's already a kind of a common thing to see in tokusatsu, like in Kamen Rider O's, where you use the kangaroo medal for the center core, and yet actually get the pair of boxing gloves,
And
you
now
fight
I
like a
just
boxer.
It's not even
I
hitting
rem-
the kangaroo. The
and
kangaroo's
now
hitting him. Oh,
Oh, oh, damn!
and I'm just surprised the kangaroo like lets the referee. That's what I'm amazed about.
oh, it's like that 3-hit combo he did on him.
I think the kangaroo knows that he's just the referee because of the fact that he's not
He
fighting.
stands up on
Hey,
his own
motherfucker
tail.
getting knocked down. Look at him.
No. Holy shit.
He's the host. Oh my god!
No, hit him. Hit him.
It's over 10 minutes long.
Holy. Are there people in the audience? Oh my god, there
There are
are.
people
And it's only
Yeah,
got almost
Just to let you know,
650 views.
humanity
compilation.
as a whole has
50,000
always
views.
been
I'm sorry.
funny. People killed lions, with fucking spears. This is nothing.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
But I mean, this is more humane than that. Because there's even a
It's entertainment.
referee.
He ain't even hitting that
Yeah.
thing. He's not even hit. He's not actually
Oh,
decking him. The dude's getting hurt way more.
But
Oh, the famous one.
wait, I think this is on a talk show or something.
He actually right hooked her.
Wait,
Oh,
what the
shit.
hell happened? It's hands.
She better be glad the gloves are on him, because one of those
Yeah,
gloves
they
fucking
got
swipe her face.
claws, man. Claws
Yep.
for days.
Yeah, they
Oh,
don't actually
man.
punch; they jab with their claws.
I don't even think he's attacking. I think he's playing with them. Yeah, I just want to
Yeah.
play. This is how we play. This is how we play. This is how we play. No, I want to play with
Sure.
someone. I want to play with someone. No. Okay, I'll play with you. I'll play with you. Let's play. Come on. Hey. You know how this game goes. I hump you, you hump me. Let's go. You know, go on, Mo. Go on, Mo. No, sit down and take it.
This has just become a chill
I have a
stream, and now
question for
becoming
you
a
guys.
reality
Surrender.
show. It's just a bunch of
I have a
people
question for you
just
guys.
fighting a bunch of
Why are we
kangaroos.
watching Kangaroos again? I'm like,
Because
Is that-
Goku
Eloise
has-
I had the same question, Tweldy.
Because Eloise brought it up.
Kangaroos
No
are like one of my favorite animals.
So you're a marsupial lover. I see.
I like penguins
She
and
got baby
turtles
fever.
too,
Wow.
and wolves too.
Oh, Dad has to sneeze like that. Great.
I had to change topics, but I just think that it's because I know we're enjoying the fighting kangaroos, but Child of Flower brought it up. I think it's just really disrespectful that people are not respecting the queen when she died. That there are some people out there that just have to bring up something that
They're
I don't think
commies.
they even understand.
They're
I don't
commies.
think they know what colonialism is.
You know, commies. I think commies just want to die.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They're nihilists. That's the thing.
I think they can ascend into nothingness, but okay.
Yeah, it's because of
I think
nihilists.
my favorite meme is the one where it says Queen Elizabeth when Meghan Markle comes to pay her respects, and it's just the Undertaker.
The Undertaker. I saw that one. That was funny.
Yeah.
They say what now?
It's one of them. Meghan Markle.
Yes, I know Meghan Markle. What is the meme? What is the joke?
The joke is that she's gonna come to pay her respects to the queen, and when she approaches the queen is gonna rise up and like choke her.
I like that.
Grab her by the neck and just choke her.
I like that. Well, that's why
you mean
it's
like
sad
the ending in Adam's Family Values, where the man just pays his respects to someone's grave, and then the hand comes up and grabs the arm.
I think of more of Carrie. That's the ending of Carrie. She goes to put the flowers on the grave, and the arm comes up. Arm comes up that grave to Meghan Markle. Because boy, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you're stuck with. So that's what I'm saying.
She is one evil bitch, that Markle. She's one evil bitch.
I just can't believe that was she managed to reach a position where nobody else has managed. Well, with the exception of what's that chick that Edward
Princess Diana was the one before her.
Yeah.
I know, but before that there was a chick who.
When did this become a meme reaction channel?
Today.
I don't know. But there was a chick.
The moment. Oh, sorry.
There was a chick. That I think it's what I told. In the Discord that I told Marvelous about, where the Elizabeth II, she served in the military despite not being required to.
Yep.
And I have more respect for her than I do for
that's some adrenaline working for your ass.
for the guy who was ruling at the time, Edward something, who abdicated the throne to go chase booty.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Edward, I forgot he was the 6th or something. I think that guy was lazy and just didn't want the responsibility. Yeah, he wanted to advocate to be with his sweetie, but it was said that she was angry that he did that because she was hoping to be queen. So she wasn't too happy with him after Kenny, but I think he didn't want any responsibilities. He didn't want
The reason why the people at the time thought it went against the Constitution to have an American be married to somebody, to one of the royals. And not only that, but that lady also had some, she's sort of sympathized with the Nazis because she's a Southerner.
Yeah, she did.
So like she was flirting with the ideology, not really committing to it, but not really being all that against it either.
Oh, that's not good.
And the royal family did not like that. They didn't like that. Yes, she met Hitler and shook hands with him and smiled with him, and Hitler told her she would have been a great queen, and they did not. And no, we can't have her.
People like that were in charge of national security for Britain. They all thought that she was a spy.
Flapping Flotsam, what's that?
What?
It's just in the. He's just watching the meme compilation, just people running away from whichever it's going to be, whether it's the Nun or the Slender Man. And yet... and yet, whenever this is going to come up, I then went, like, it's in that one episode, have you ever seen that episode of SpongeBob Wet Painters, where they paint Mr. Krabs' whole house, and yet they accidentally got to drop a page on Mr. Krabs' first dollar, and SpongeBob just goes, "Flappin' Flotsam, what's that?"
Yeah, I remember that episode. Yeah, I remember the episode. Yeah, so I guess somebody is going around as Death or Slender Man, and people really take it for real.
Oh, the head came off.
Yeah.
Damn. Some people are fucking gullible.
Yes.
Super gullible.
I'm very surprised no one has pulled out a gun on these people. I mean, they're never.
I'm not.
This is California.
Out here.
California, land of shit.
I know
in
Japan,
Michigan, they saw a monster, they would pull out a gun, and the monster, the actor, the costume would have to run. They're like, "Oh, let me kill this." That's what I'm surprised at. I'm surprised how easily they're scared. I was like, "Wait a minute, your head popped off. You ain't real. Get out of my face."
Bill owner.
Oh.
All right, so the chick I was
get the fuck out of here.
So the chick I was talking about was Wallace.
Wallace Simpson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think Meghan Markle is nearly as bad as Wallace Simpson.
Oh, she's just as bad, probably worse, because she is a phony. She's using Prince Harry and ruining him. And she wants to be worshipped like the queen, but she doesn't want to do the work. She feels she needs to be worshipped because of who she is, and she's playing the victim card. She's been playing the victim card ever since she's married him, and I hate the fact that she broke up the relationship between William and Harry. They were very close until she came on board, but she knew exactly what she was doing. One way to control somebody, you got to pull them away from their family. You got to pull them away from the family. You got to make them believe that they are the only ones that care for them, and not the family does. And they said that hurted the queen very badly. She was hurt by that. She let him go, but she was hurt by what he was doing.
And she wanted to push all her dribble. She wanted to push all that dribble, that clombing nonsense on the royal family, and they were.
Well, they were seeing right through her. So she said, "Well, they're seeing through my disguise. So now I'm going to have to get him away from the family, get him out of England." Get him to let him know that it's me. Everything is about me, not about the family. I'm the one that can make things right and make you happy. But Harry don't look none too well happy one bit. He looks haggard. He's not doing nothing. There's no ambition. He's not an actor. He's not a movie star. I have no idea really what he's doing. I'm like, well, so what is he doing? What is his purpose here in America? What is his doing?
I honestly think
Nothing.
that she just what she did is she just took this man because she wanted the power. She broke him, and that's what she did. She's just a toxic feminist
That's
bitch,
ex-
technically speaking.
that's exactly
And
what she is.
it kind of like annoys me that she goes on about the
My
black people
feminism, my
this.
racism. You're a
Yeah.
fucking princess to be, you bitch. You
And like you don't have to worry about like the type of racism other people have to worry about because you blend in.
Yep,
I'm sorry, lady, but you blend
Yeah,
in.
that's what I said. I said you mixed race, but you ain't that dark. Everybody
yep,
when they got married, everybody was acting like we're gonna have world peace because Prince Harry married an American biracial woman. Oh, it's gonna be world peace. We're all gonna be singing "Hands Across America" around the world. Because I'm like, what y'all really let this woman fool y'all, didn't she? Oh, she played everybody. She
for
flipping.
me, for
Oh,
me,
If
yeah, she was.
anything, they made the situation in South Africa a lot worse.
They
yep.
did. Yeah, they made it a lot worse. They did.
Man, is Africa ever gonna heal?
No, never.
Uh.
Africa. Here's the thing, dude, my dudes. Africa's fucked because of the Marxism and the communism there. It's never gonna heal until either Marxism goes away or the shit goes away. One of the two.
Nah, it's not because like China is making moves over there.
China's collapsing actually at the moment, which is a good thing.
Oh yeah, that's true, and that's why some of the Chinese are fleeing to Africa,
Fuck them.
which is
I don't want them
which
to.
is
I don't
which is
want the Chinese, but
ironic.
I don't want. I
It's
don't want
ironic
fucking.
because they kicked out all their African workers from China,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And the worst thing is they're fucking extremely racist towards black people, yet they want to come
and
to
they
Africa and take it over.
segregate. They
Yeah,
segregate too.
yeah. And they were
So
like,
all those
"Oh, we
people
need to."
complaining in Japan about Japan having the no foreigners allowed thing, like just take a look at China and
China
how they.
did it first.
Yeah, China specifies which kind of foreigners aren't around there. Shouldn't be allowed in which place.
You go to
Yep.
They
Japan, you
make
go
it.
anywhere in Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah, in
and
Japan
when
you
they
can go
put bans
anywhere.
on foreigners, it's like on all foreigners. It doesn't matter what
Yeah,
what
and the
kind of
funniest thing
foreigner.
is, they call everybody, regardless of race, gaijin, which is a basically a beautiful thing because they basically give people from outside Japan a
It's better than
non-Japanese
being
name.
called Guaylo
Yeah,
Mm.
fucking black
or
eggplant or
Gringo.
some shit. Oh damn!
I mean,
I don't
Americans. I mean,
understood
not
what's the point
Americans.
of gringo.
Hispanics say gringo to everybody though.
Mm-hmm.
Like they call my cousin, who's like he looks he do, he
Look at
looks
this fucking
he
gringo.
damn he looks African to like whenever my cousin travels to where my godmother's village is,
I like
he
those
looks
shoes.
African. He
Hmm.
looks African to them,
Look at
so
them
everybody
shoes.
there calls him gringo because he speaks a bit of English.
Seriously.
You
So
running good on them heels right now.
What? No.
She dancing good in them heels.
Well, see, the
I'm not
thing
seeing the
is,
stream to be honest with you.
What?
the SJ.
Sorry, I'm paying attention to the samurai prank.
Oh, the samurai prank is one of
Right.
my favorite. He wears an
Yeah.
red armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, he usually just scares kids and
Wait.
family members and stuff. And pretty funny though.
All right, I
Pretty
have my
harmless and
fun.
funny. Yeah, you'll have to excuse me because I'm talking through my phone, so I don't see everything, and it's charging.
oh yeah,
I have
she's
no
like,
PC.
it's been 80 years. It's time for my cake.
What the?
You know the Titanic movie?
Mm.
No, I don't. I don't remember it to be honest with you. To me, it
The
was.
ending where the lady is like, it's been 84 years.
Mm,
Oh,
stop singing, Wolf.
near fall
Oh
with.
no, Wolf, no.
Here we go again.
Oh no.
People on the
Hey,
Backwatch
to
of
suffer
this
that shit
video are just gonna be.
for 11 of my fucking child years. Y'all can suffer with me. You know how many times
Everyone
I
that's gonna
heard
be
that shit
watching.
Yes,
at
Everyone that's gonna
a
be
movie?
watching on the
I
Backwatch
I
is gonna
heard it.
be here is just gonna be like, okay, I better hope I don't hear Wolf sing. And then he starts singing, and then Flippin' Flotsam, what's that?
Perfect again.
What?
So I have a question. Have any of you guys been watching House of the Dragon?
Hell
No.
to the
Hell
no.
no! Hell no! Hell no!
Oh,
Sorry,
man.
I watched it like my
Hell.
dad has.
You know, the funny thing is, people say it's good, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They actually got one of the guys fought one person got fired. The guy who was pushing all the political thing in the background, he
Oh,
got
thank God.
fired.
Good, good.
Because he would always say like these like crazy political things in the background, right? In the interviews. But then when people
Yeah.
saw the episode, it wasn't there at all.
Well, I heard that Zaslav fired a lot of the producers of this show before it aired. I think one of them was Ansarnoff. And Sarnoff was
Yeah.
the one who said, it's too many white people on this show. That's why you
Yeah,
got the
and
black
he was the
people.
one. He was the
Yeah.
one who put who changed the Valerians, which actually made me upset because it ruined the continuity. Like,
Yep,
I
it
don't
turned them.
like.
but you know, at this point, like the only thing, the thing that they could have done to like save that could have been, well, make the other Valerians white, while the new line of Valerians, black, because you know the Summer Islanders or what have you, or like the Nathi
Or
or
they're
something like that.
cursed or something, or you can make them that they're cursed or anything.
You mean the black
Yeah.
dude with the mop? They got the mop for a wig. Look like he got a mop flopped on top of his head. It's so bad.
Yeah, but here's
Yep.
the thing. They made his cousin. No, they made his cousin, one of the Valerians, who was in the third episode. They made him black too, and I'm just like, this is not making any sense. Because here's the thing: the Corlys, like the reason why he became the head of the Valerian family is because the other people ahead of him in the succession died during the Shivers. So
Well, see,
I mean, and then you could have made some sense out of that, being like, well, his father wasn't the firstborn son; he was like he was a third son or a second son, and that's why he was able to marry who he wanted. See,
Well,
then you could have made it make sense, but they didn't do that. They just went with, in the second episode, they just went with him monologuing about being pure Valyrian, and that pissed me off.
Eloise, can I say something here, Eloise? You seem to forget. Hollywood is fucking lazy. Do you even think they'll take the time to think about a viable excuse to make someone like that? No. They'll just drop the bomb and say like, oh, now they're black. Why? Nobody knows. No excuse, no explanation, nothing. Eloise, you're giving them too much credit. They will not even take nothing. They'll just do it just because they can.
I have to go
think
with
about
my parents.
Eloise, you yourself, you just said it. They could have done this. They could have done this. You said it yourself. But you are a fan, an actual loving fan of the Fire and Ice books stories. So you know your material. You know, at least I know for a fact. You know the story.
I hear echo.
That's Tweldy. Oh, that was Wolf. I thought Tweldy.
Yeah, that's from Wolf.
Oh, I have to go with Wolf was a really good show. I have to agree with Tweldy on this one, Eloise. They're not doing that actor. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem with
not
all
only
of this
that, but those weren't the only changes that bothered me. Because I know people are gonna say, well, you're racist because you hate that they changed this or that. Well, those weren't the only changes that bothered me. They made Rhaenyra the same. They made hold on, let me finish. Okay. They made Rhaenyra the same age as Alicent. All because they didn't want to have the whole evil stepmother trope. Well, I'm sorry, but like that's the only way their enmity towards each other would make sense.
Well, see, here's
because like yeah, sure, like Alicent and Rhaenyra being friends if they were older, and let's say because Sure, I think Rhaenyra would have felt angry that Alicent decided to marry her father, like betrayed because they're friends and everything, and she wasn't upright about it. But like, I think they could have recovered, like, from that drift, because in this case, both Alicent and Rhaenyra were the same age. But the reason why they are at odds with each other is because, well, I'm sorry, people, Alicent is her stepmother, who is trying to actively replace Rhaenyra from her heirship to the throne. That's the reason why they're at odds with each other. To me, it just makes no sense for them to be the same age, because if they were, they would have been, like, Rhaenyra would have been old enough to understand things. Like, yeah, sure, she's a teenager, but like, she would have understood things.
Well, Eloise, like Tweldy was saying, I'm a Game of Thrones normie, so I don't know much about that world, but I will tell you this: he's right. The reason that they did that is the woke ideology of women cannot be perceived as bad. So
Bingo.
if that is what happened in the book, as you know, then you know that they're doing this because they do not want to portray females in power as bad. All of them have to be perfect little angels that wish Merry Christmas and bring world peace to all the children in the world. We can't have females evil. So let's rewrite it so that the women look strong and stunning and brave, and the men look like stupid fool idiots, and they're the bad guys. You know, that's why.
No, but I think they're doing a good job of, like, portraying Viserys as a loving father, even though, like, they completely screwed up the first episode, because
But see, there
what's
it
her
is.
name?
But
Aemma didn't die because Viserys ordered a C-section. Aemma died because she gave birth and her body just couldn't take the toll any longer, and she died in her bed.
Yeah.
do you know why
Like,
they did it like that, Eloise? Are you aware of
Easy.
why they gave her
yeah,
C-section?
yeah. I'm
See, there
aware
you
of
go.
why they did it. They were trying to emphasize the reproductive rights things of women making the reproductive decision.
Yeah.
But
Right.
like, Aemma, before Aemma got married to Viserys, she knew that she wasn't in any state to give children because she was a sickly child, just like her mother was.
But see, what I'm
So
saying,
Aemma knew all that. She knew all those things coming into that marriage. But no,
Again,
they wanted to go that route. And then not only that, but they
Ladder vent.
I don't like the whole story of this the Iron Throne and
Ladder
all that.
vent.
let me just vent this out. I'm sorry.
Okay,
But
if you're gonna vent, then I should have known that. I'm sorry. I don't know when people vent, so sorry. Go on.
it's fine.
Explode.
And then not only that, but the they made I think the kid died like right as he was born, when he didn't, like, in the books. He died in the crib. And it's likely because, back in those days, if it was a rich person, they would have some crib made of ivory or of lead or something,
Oh,
and things like that. I think that's why that's why he died, like the kid.
poisoning, lead poisoning.
Yeah, most likely. But yeah, no, they just go with the whole, because she was taking forever to give birth, they give her a C-section. And that's why Aemma dies, because C-section. And because the kid was taking forever to be born, that's why he died.
Bullshit.
And not only that, but it didn't make sense to me seeing like some Asians in the background of that scene, like, as midwives. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I don't think Westerosi are that progressive, bro. Like, they're not gonna let some foreigner from a strange land be a midwife, not especially not to the queen, because a lot of that stuff of midwives,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of that stuff about midwives and caretakers and all that other stuff, believe it or not, like even people who weren't nobles had a status, and they, like, if they were well renowned, then it would be a symbol of status to have that person employed under your own employ. But like getting a foreigner who doesn't even have a being renowned, I don't think they would go for that. They would just keep the same retainers that they've had from the same lines for generations, serving the same people. Because a lot of being a noble and stuff like that, like they would just, it was a promise of servitude for generations. Like they just kept that line unbroken. So I just can't see them employing someone who isn't from Westeros in high up there. So just seeing those people in the background, it just didn't make sense. Now it made a lot more sense in like episode 3 when they had Daemon fighting in the Stepstones, that there were some Asian people. Even if it bothered me a little, I understand that it makes more sense because it's a sellsword company that they got. But I don't think they made enough distinction between the sellswords and who were the people serving the Valerians. It just doesn't make sense for sellswords to have the insignia of the Valerians on them. But since it's a war with the Associate, like I get why they're gonna be people like that in the Stepstones, because it's a den of pirates.
No,
Yeah.
giving me timbers.
But yeah, so those are the things that bothered me about these past 3 episodes. Like,
Can I
things,
say something
not
to you,
only
Alois,
that,
before
but
you continue? Just one thing. Take a
yeah.
deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Oh,
Whoosh.
man. Like, I know a lot of people are okay with these changes because they didn't like Fire and Blood. They wanted an actual book, and not a history book.
Cobra Kai in the background.
So
Yeah,
I know a lot of
Wolf
people
watching
liked
Cobra
it,
Kai
and many people
support.
who are watching it haven't even read Fire and Blood, so they probably get more enjoyment.
this shit!
But yeah.
It took the words right out of my mouth.
We'll let you enjoy your show,
And
Wolf.
you
Wolf
know,
has
it
lost the
just.
show and he's like upset.
I'm sorry.
My show's be taken
And I
by
just
my
can't believe that.
committee.
You
You
know
guys
what
are
bothers me?
giving me way too much credit.
Yeah, but you know what else bothers me? The fact that Gary from Nerdrotic isn't even pointing all this shit out.
Because here's the
That's
thing,
not
maybe
his damn job. That
because
shows.
he doesn't know, or maybe he's not even a fan to begin with.
No, he said he didn't like reading the book, like Fire and Blood book. That he hated that, like getting a history that might not even be a real history of the world. But
Yes.
but the
He
whole
ain't
point
wrong.
of, yeah, that's true. But like, there are certain things in history that are not gonna be lost. Like the Valerians being, if they were foreigners, I don't think that would have been erased. That would have been emphasized. Like if they had if they had like Summer Islander blood, that would have been emphasized. Because the whole point is, like, I'm pretty sure that Maester would have hated the Valerians and Rhaenyra, because she threatened the natural order of things.
I'm just glad they didn't do Aegon's Conquest. They would have fucked that up.
Oh, definitely.
That's one of my of all the stories in Fire and Blood. That was my favorite. I was hooked because the many
I'm
times
kind of
they
worried about
reference.
the war in Dorne. That they're gonna do Darren's conquest of Dorne, because they're gonna move on. I think what's gonna happen is they're gonna put some work into each of the eras, starting from the dance all the way to
Oh, they
Robert's
really gonna fuck up the
rebellion.
Dance of Dragons.
Yeah, it's already effed because they changed Lena and Laenor to not look Valyrian. No, like the whole point is that Lena and Laenor were the first non-Targaryen dragon riders. Then, I mean, yeah, their mother was Targaryen, but their father was of Valyron, not a Targaryen, so that makes them Valerons. And then Nettles is like the first person who people can say for certainty likely didn't have any Targaryen blood in them, because she looked like a Summer Islander, so she was actually the only black dragon rider.
The
And
first
so
black dragon rider, and they didn't do shit with her.
yeah, I'm
Well,
afraid that
duh.
I think they're gonna write her out of the story actually,
Of
because
course they will, because they're
because they're
racist
gonna
If
too.
they're,
somehow managed to put her in, she gonna have that dumbass haircut. I guarantee you. I guarantee you that they're
wait,
gonna
who's
give her
gonna
that
have
dumbass haircut.
who?
If they add her.
Nettles? Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the
That
side
shaved
shave.
head, yeah, and all that
Mhm.
shit. That the freaking short dreads and shit.
Yeah,
That half shaved, half bald bullshit
it just
haircut.
it just bothers me that they changed the Valerians. Just really does, because like it takes away the impact that Nettle has later on as being like the only person who probably doesn't have any Targaryen blood, just like as a middle finger to like Jaehaerys's doctrine of exceptionalism. Because if somebody who doesn't have any Valyrian blood like manages to ride a dragon, like that means like that whole doctrine about the Valyrians being the superior race is all shit. But now that they lessen the impact of that, and this is that's how they messed up the whole story. Just like,
Well,
and this is what
how
happens
is it? Oh,
when people who don't know the source material are in charge of shit. They don't have the foresight to actually look at the whole thing and realize that just one change, and you wreck the whole thing.
Well,
is
if
it out of your system now? Can we
Yeah,
talk?
yeah, you can talk. I'm sorry.
That's been 10 minutes of Eloise bitching.
You should
Yep.
make that a video, just like Eloise rants about
Eloise
House of the
mega rant.
Dragon.
I'll put that in moments with Eloise.
Yeah, but you gotta tag House of the Dragons on it too, like in the description, and just like pin put a timestamp on it.
Hmm.
That's a
House
good
of the
idea.
Dragon rant incoming, and just put the timestamp on it.
And you
Should do
can
like
say
what
like,
Clownfish
this is
TV
not
do.
me.
Put
This is my
the
friend
rant warning.
Eloise, and she's a fan, and she loves the show. But
I ain't
sorry.
got to do shit.
I like the universe, but the show just like I just have a love-hate
Listen,
relationship
Negro.
with it.
Don't be lazy. Don't be lazy with your fucking
I ain't
editing and do your
got to
work.
do shit.
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna do it myself then.
You can do it. You can do it. No, I ain't gonna. No, I ain't gonna do what 12 suggested. Nah. It's gonna clip
You
it
are one
and play it for
lazy
what it
Negro.
was. Just clip it and play it for what it is. And there you go. That's all you need.
You you should have said like this, ladies and gentlemen. Aloy's rant about House of Dragons.
This
Dun-dun-dun, and
motherfucker
you
ain't
make
doing shit for Game of Thrones anymore,
you
Who?
motherfucker, you
Martin. Because if
dumbass.
it was, they wouldn't look. The shit wouldn't look the way it did.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it looks. I don't know. To me, yeah,
It
from what
looks like
I seen of everything,
Game of Thrones.
it looks better than early Game of Thrones, but
You think so?
it does.
I don't see
It
a
looks a bit
difference.
lighter than how Game of Thrones normally is with its visuals.
Yeah, it's because
You're right.
Martin. One of the things Martin's wanted was for it to be more vibrant, because that's what he pictured, a world that looks vibrant and adorn and chivalry, but really that's just like the surface level.
This is why I hate that story archetype. It's like so annoying, so nihilistic. Thank God I never even watched
And
that
that's
shit.
why I don't like Game of Thrones
Sure
to
as
begin
hell
with.
want
Exactly.
like Curse of the Golden Flower then, because that shit's
But
violent as hell. But
just
damn it, the
to let you
subject
know
matter
something.
is so dark.
Yeah, it's too. I'm supposed to find out. I
I
was
ain't talking
never.
about Game of Thrones. I'm talking about House of the Curse of the Golden Flower with
Oh,
Chow Yun Fat,
pardon?
who whooped his son's ass till he died with a belt.
Oh
That
shit.
not real life, mind you. But what I'm saying is, if you ever happen to see that movie, watch it for that. Just simply watch it for that shit. Cause man, when I first saw that, I was like, motherfucker beat his own son to death with a fucking belt. It's a metal belt, yes, but then when you look at it, it's just like it looks no different than a parent punching their child. The problem is the child's dead now. And he's the
Yeah.
baby of the sons. He's the baby. He's the motherfucking baby. He start off with a bitch slap. His clothes come off, most of it. His hair fall down. Motherfucker took his belt off and beat that little boy. I'm removing context, but to give you the context, the little boy tried to usurp the next in line by killing his mid brother who was the next heir, and all because they wouldn't pay attention to the baby, little spoiled little ass. And he came small. He came small to force the emperor to abdicate his rule. Right? Came with a small contingent bodyguards. Them motherfuckers got killed in seconds by some ninjas.
I mean,
What?
I guess it kind of makes sense if he's killing his other brother, then of course the guy's gonna snap into. But
I'm
like,
saying
how do you?
I'm saying he trying to force his dad to abdicate his rule. Motherfucker, you should have came with a bigger crowd. You don't know how powerful your dad is. You stupid.
It kind of reminds me of how Rhaegar, like, there are theories that Rhaegar was gathering, like, allies in Harrenhal,
Mm, I'm
and
just
how
saying,
he was gonna
like
remove Aerys, but
the
like he never
eldest
did.
son, the eldest son almost fared better than all three of them motherfuckers. But the mid brother wasn't even any part of this bullshit. That motherfucker got stabbed. Then he got stabbed again. You know, like I could talk about House Curse of the Golden Flower all fucking day. This fucking story is wild. Game of Thrones ain't got shit on Curse of the Golden Flower. He
Yeah,
ain't got shit.
I heard that Game of Thrones is to damn, A Song of Ice and Fire is to Ursula Gwyn's. I can't remember which one it was that had like
Mm,
similar abilities of warging. Basically, Martin pulled off similar to the best way I can compare it is how Masashi Kishimoto stole the tuning exams. He copied the Hunter x Hunter exams.
Yeah,
It's basically that.
yeah, that's a given.
Basically,
let me see if I find this
Ursula
shit.
Gwyn
This shit
is is
hilarious.
the is like better than Martin. Supposedly, that's from what I understood. I can't remember which story it was that people recommended. That it's a Finnish story too. That's similar to like A Song of Ice and Fire because it has similar abilities. Like there's
Well,
warging.
it's because the thing is, everything has been done before. That's what people say, and people
I know,
keep
but like
stealing from others.
Martin was friends with Ursula Gwyn, so
Yeah.
she essentially mentored Martin.
Mm.
It's similar to how the creator of Hunter x Hunter mentored the creator of Naruto.
Yep.
And both mentees ended up taking some of their mentors' ideas and including it in their own stories.
Which is normal if it's their mentors and stuff.
Yeah.
They are apprentices after all. They're meant to steal from the master so they can be better than the master. This fucking lagger. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
except
playing PvP, by the way, so excuse me if I
like
sound angry.
the creator of Naruto actually finished his story. Martin hasn't.
Bop.
Just to let you know, Naruto did not finish.
Slap that boy so hard his head came off and his hair
As
flew
far as
out.
as far as I'm concerned, Naruto is finished. It's done with. Naruto's
Uh,
journey ended. I don't care for
Oh, these
Boruto one
fucking
bit.
dramatic
I gave it
attention.
a chance. I couldn't get into it, and like
Oh.
the last movie makes me want to throttle Boruto like throughout most of it because he's
you
a
know, he's a whiny bitch. Like I saw the Naruto movie, but I didn't see anything after that because after that I saw like this is retarded. This is absolutely
I
retarded.
can't believe like that people are actually following that story. Like I'm just waiting for the part where
They're just
um
milking it. They're just milking it. Like
yeah,
literally, it's not the real ninjas have already died, and now they're not ninjas. They're just fucking superhumans and shit. So fucking dumb.
except yeah, now it's basically
Aliens versus humans or some shit like that.
yeah, it's basically turning into Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z where they travel to other planets.
Mm-hmm.
Except yeah. Except it's supposed to be dimensions or something like that, and Boruto has
Yep.
an eye ability, kind of like Sasuke has the Rinne Sharingan. He has
Do you
his
know
own
what? Do
Rinne.
you know why they even did that? It's because the writer fucked up. He Bolto and his sister are supposed to have the Byakugan, but he forgot to mention that, and he because of course you know how it is. He was just in a hurry to finish it, so he just completely and utterly fucked canon and said like they won't have the Byakugan. I'm like, bro, they at least should have the Rinnegan at the very least.
No, I don't think they should
Because
have the Rinnegan because there's
no,
Boruto isn't a reincarnation of
no,
like any.
you didn't understand me. You didn't understand me. To get the Rinnegan, you don't need to be a reincarnation. You need to have both halves of the Uchiha and the.
Look, damn it.
You have to have the Uchiha bloodline
I
and
could have
the.
sworn the Naruto debates were already over. That show
Yep,
is done with.
I
Why are
know,
we
I
talking
know.
about this shit?
Listen to me, bro.
Because
It's just that it
it's
pisses
being
me off.
it's being resuscitated. Like the more Boruto continues, and the more it runs into like it like it runs into plot holes and shit like that. The more, oh man,
It has multiple plot holes. Like for example, uh, the Rinnegan and the Byakugan and everything that itself is a fucking plot hole because the Uchiha and the Hyuga are related. The Uzumaki and the Shinju clan are related. So if any of their families, should they have kids in any form, like after a while, a long bloodline, their kids should have new dojits or basically eye
you know
techniques
what I never
or
understood
body.
is like how the hell does the Kaguya clan fit into all this? Because like
Yeah, Kaguya is like the third part of the family, the body. They're like, what the fuck?
what's going on here?
I have absolutely no clue either.
Mm.
Neither have I. I'm just
Because
letting y'all
we
rant.
just keep talking about shows that are just already so trash.
No, the thing is, Naruto was good. The thing is, it had a little plot holes, but it was manageable.
I mean, I know. I mean, I was talking about like
But
shows that were
then
trash
when you start
that we were
reaching the
talking about,
war
like
arc
House of
and
Dragon, Boruto, something like that.
yeah, then when you reach the war arc is like where shit starts. It like the ceiling, the power levels just go up, and you,
That's the part for me. I'm like, okay, I understand why they do that. It's because of Madara. You know how
yeah.
fucking broken Madara is. Like literally, he came.
But you know
He
that just
fucking
means like that just means like the shinobi were a lot more stronger in the past.
yes, they were. They were.
You know
That's
what
the
they should
whole.
have done instead of giving us a Naruto sequel? They should have gone back to like the clan war eras and just
Oh,
given
that
us
would be
that.
great. That would be great
Because then
because
you
that
get to
one is
see
literally just
then you get
never-ending
to
war.
see shinobi of all clans just like being at their max level. because they're in a constant state of warfare. And it's before Madra even has like the Rinnegan.
Yeah. It's just that for me, there is a lot of plot holes. Like for example, for me, the genetics of the story makes sense to me because they were reliable until they started fucking up with and putting the plot holes.
Mm.
You know
For
what I
example, like
miss?
Hinata's ability, the fact that she is the reincarnation of the second brother's chakra. That was like, okay, that's cool. I have no problem with that, but it made no sense.
I miss the days when the damn show didn't have kaiju fights.
That that fight, I sort of got. I fucking hated it so much. And then,
I mean,
and I wish
I didn't mind the tail beast. It's just I wish it would have been like the tail
No, my
beast.
thing is, is that it just got. This is when it got too overboard. I wish I wish the tail beasts were a rarity.
they
No, I mean
were
to
a
me it
rarity,
made
man. They were
yeah.
a rarity. There were only 9 of them. The
I
problem
know,
is
but I'm saying like ominously rare. Like you
They're supposed to.
they were.
They kind of embody the same thing the kaiju do, wherein they're essentially deterrents
nature. Yeah,
because
natural
they
deterrence.
represent like nuclear bombs. They're like the ninja equivalent of nuclear bombs. So like I
Yep, they're
understand.
literally weapons of mass destruction. And if they get into the battlefield, they're considered like fucking escape run. The only person who actually fought the
Like
what do you call it? The Biju,
Jinjurin, the Jinjurinkin,
The Jinchuriki and the Biju were usually people of extremely high potent chakra, or
or people with
mass.
Anybody else want to get something in before we start wrapping it up?
Yeah.
Um,
Just gonna say that they were usually basically people like Minato, for example. Minato was a fucking
yeah.
broken
Minato
ninja.
was
Broken ninja. He was broken. He was powerful.
not only that, but he was a civilian and he was like a genius, like super smart. So he
Yep.
was able to recreate the abilities that he was able to the flying thunder god technique that the second Hokage that Tobirama made.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, the reason he was so good at Fuinjutsu to begin with was because of his wife, Uzumaki Kushina, who she just taught him the basics, and he fucking overflung her like a fucking genius. Which is, for the first time, in an anime, the father is really a fucking god tier character, like even though he's dead. Or no, it's not the first time. It's not the first time. And he's not a moron like Goku, so that's pretty good. But anyways, I'm done. I'm done with my rant. Sorry, Wolf. I keep me and Eloise keep stealing the time show from the show from you.
I would like to get in really quick, so because Wolf wants to wrap it up. Just 2 really quick questions. The first one is: did you guys hear about? And I'm sure you didn't. Because we don't care. Disney has announced a live action sequel to The Lion King called Mufasa: The Early Years. I am not making that up. Yes.
Oh god,
It's
they're
not
even
live
doing
action.
remakes of the sequels.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys see the tanking of Pinocchio?
I am not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
I never even heard of it. I never even heard of it until
I
yesterday.
didn't know about it. Yeah, I didn't know about it until it tanked. Like the only reason I know about it is because like it did terribly and it can't.
I only knew about it because it
Clownfish
was
TV
on
mentioned
YouTube
it.
advertisements.
Oh, yeah, the only reason I know about it is because Clownfish TV they were talking about how it tanked and did terribly.
Lots
like
of
in
YouTube,
ratings.
Yeah, lots of YouTube channels have reported that Pinocchio is doing terrible. Yeah, they're doing it's tanking. It's very much tanking. Nobody's going for it. And
is it not much a surprise anymore of what Disney's been doing for the past few years with the live action remakes?
I've never liked any of them. I'm surprised it took people this long to realize just how terrible they are. But guys, it's not over yet. Today they released the teaser trailer for live action Black Little Mermaid.
Oh,
Yep,
I thought
that's coming up.
I thought they stopped that. Like I swear I heard that they decided not to continue with it because of
Are you
the
talking
backlash.
about Black Superman?
Wait,
No, the Disney remakes.
They're
live
actually
action
doing that
version.
mermaid thing. I thought it was canceled.
No, they went forward with it. In fact, they released the teaser trailer for it today on YouTube.
Oh.
Not that I care.
Oh,
I have no plans to see the film. There will be some people. And what they did is they gave her red dreadlocks. She
Sorry.
has
Yeah.
red dreadlocks for her
oh
hair.
my
Oh
God! Fuck
no.
you! Fuck you! Fuck you! She was a beautiful, a very beautiful white, pink, white with red-haired girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's how I remember her. That's fucking bullshit and racist.
It
You know,
is.
if they wanted to do like the Caribbean version of the legend, fine, but don't call it the Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
call
Call
it
it what it is.
Le Chico Marmido or some shit like that. I don't know, whatever the fuck is it.
they could have done a film inspired by the Little Mermaid, like they did the Wiz, but instead they decided that, you know how they are, that, you know, we got to teach white people a lesson, so let's take away another Disney princess, and they made her black. And you know, I have no interest in seeing
Not
this
only
film.
that, but they're still doing Snow White, which is still coming up, despite that the set literally caught fire.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What's the movie? What's the movie that you're talking about?
Snow White, the remake.
The
They're making
Latinos.
Snow White the remake.
The
Oh
live
my.
action. Oh my God.
And she'll be a Latino, so you could call it
Oh my
Coco
God.
Sheen.
Lil Bandito.
Yeah, I
And
call her
the
Coco
and
Sheen.
Yeah, and also what Child the
Blanca
Flower
Nieve y
mentioned.
los bandos.
Yep.
Also what
And the
Child the Flower
Seven
mentioned
Bandits.
with everything that's been changed in Pinocchio from Pleasure Island. Excuse me.
Oh God.
Everything has
That's
changed. In fact, they gave Geppetto more songs now. In fact, I'm not sure if Monstro's still in there. Monstro the giant whale. Is
well,
he in there?
the blue fairy is black.
I mean,
I don't know
yeah,
why
they
they
Oh
just
did
my
we saw that
God.
in the trailer.
Yeah.
Well,
You got
Why? She was a beautiful blonde hair, blue eyes. Fuck me, man. What the fuck is this racism here?
You're right, 12D. What people don't realize, and I don't want to be peachy here, but people don't realize this, what Disney is doing is racism.
Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
Because
racism.
people
you
are
know,
so busy being entertained, they don't
It's not Walt
realize.
Disney's company anymore. Because whenever there's a problem, Walt Disney has
but
a
you know,
solution
here's
to
the thing
fix
that
it.
bothers me though. Like, if they really wanted to do this whole diversity thing, they should have actually attempted to look into the fairy tales and legends that exist in the U.S. and in the Caribbean that came about as a result of, you know, why they don't do it is because that would mean acknowledge, like, oh man, acknowledging the diversity in the colonial past.
Make something new, damn it!
Yeah, they don't want to do it, Eloise, because that would mean work. That's the first thing. And they're lazy,
They're
like
lazy.
12D said. They're lazy. And they hate, I'm just going to say this, and I
Like,
hope
I'm
he
pretty
doesn't get
sure,
slapped.
like,
They hate white culture.
yeah,
Yep,
and I'm
they
pretty
hate.
More
sure,
than that,
I'm
you know,
pretty
they
sure,
hate
I'm
all
pretty
culture.
sure they also don't, like, there are several states that have, like, a variety of tales and stuff like that, like Louisiana with the Cajun and the Creoles who live there and have their own history. It's like the most unique of the states because it has a lot of French influence.
And yet they don't do it. Wanna know why? It's not Walt Disney's company anymore. Whenever there's a
No,
solution to a problem, he'll find a solution to fix it.
yep.
Wanna know why they'll do that? You wanna know why he does that? Because for someone who is aware of their weaknesses, they continue to work on their strengths and they will to improve their weaknesses, which is exactly what Disney has been doing now. They keep improving on their weaknesses because they're insecure, they're tyrannical. In fact, their worldview is very, very dogmatic.
And communistic.
Pretty much, yeah,
Yeah,
and communistic.
China basically is funding like the entertainment thing. It's similar to how in the past the Soviets were funding it, funding
That don't
Hollywood. Now it's
count,
China.
William.
We really,
But
really need some.
you know, it's why I urge people now to just like start looking at the indies. There are a lot of undiscovered stuff that's like you just gotta look for it.
Well, William Self said, well, wouldn't it be a better idea to just do a live action Princess and the Frog? Why won't they do the Princess and the Frog? They got the Black Princess right there. You got jazz, you got New Orleans music, you got Mardi Gras. There's so much they could have done with that in live action version.
Let me tell you why they doing this manufactured bullshit.
Oh wait, that's a story that uses. It takes place in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Damn.
But let me tell you why they won't.
And that's my favorite movie
They'll
too.
only use manufactured bullshit. And it goes back to what I said about the Aunt Jemima situation. They want to pretend like they
The virtue
understand.
signal.
Yeah, there you go. The virtue signal in short term. But yeah, they want to pretend like they understand every minority culture, but they're not
But they
actually.
don't.
They're not actually going to go out to do it because to them that's exploiting the culture, right?
Right.
But they want to mock us by slapping blackface on every other product where a white product is. But then they want to remove the blackface off the shelves. The one blackface that was created by blacks, by minorities. Period. Generally minorities. They
If
want to
you
remove
tell
all that.
that to them, they're just gonna say it's false history. So
Right.
I try telling these people, look, this person made a killing with their image and things like that, and they'll just be like, it's false history, it's black exploitation, all that other shit that they say. Not understanding that this person willingly made a decision to lend their face to something and reaped a lot of money out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, you keep forgetting. These people are nothing more than fucking Marxist communists that think that they know everything, but in reality, they know nothing.
No, they
They,
actively want to use people to destroy society.
yeah,
To
because they
dis-
don't know anything but to destroy. They cannot create anything. All they
Right.
do is like, oh, I see someone who's someone successful and he's black. Oh, he's been exploited. He's a slave to some white person. He has to be because he cannot be famous by
yeah,
his
they don't
own merit.
understand the difference between slavery and work.
No, they just want to right a wrong that doesn't even exist. They think everywhere is a problem. So, like I said, they just, I'm like, at this point, I think they want to just not exist anymore.
Yeah, they're nihilist, man. It's the reason they come from is because of nihilism. It's like the
So why
basis
don't we
of
just
their
put them in a
existence is
commune and
pain.
strap a damn nuclear bomb in that commune?
See, here's the thing. The thing is, all of these black actors, the ones on the black ones on House of the Dragon, the Black Little Mermaid, all these waist swap black characters don't realize that they're actually being tokenized. That they
Yeah,
can't see it. They're being tokenized. They
yep.
think or maybe they do see it, but they want to be famous so bad, or they want to be
They don't
validated
care.
so bad. They want, like number said, they want validation so bad they're going to do it, but they know they are being exploited. Basically, they're really the ones that are selling out. Yeah, I know it is, but you know what? I'm going to be somebody. I'm going to be somebody. I didn't have to play a slave role to be somebody. I'm playing this guy from House of the Dragon, or I'm playing this white mermaid that everybody loves so much, so they will love me. That is what they see, but they don't realize they are the ones that are being tokenized. If that's the word, another word I'm looking for, but that's the best one I can think
Like
of.
they don't hold. They're desperate and don't hold themselves to a standard.
Right. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. They think just like when you talk about House of the Dragon, with the black swapping, this guy thinks he's going to be a star, but doesn't realize they're being exploited. They're just being tokenized. They're pawns. That's it. But like you said, it could be you yourself recognize that it doesn't make sense. If it made sense, or if they wanted to create a character specifically for the show that's a minority, we wouldn't have mind. But see, that takes work. They don't want to
Yeah,
work. They just
they
want to
don't want
go
to
in
work. They
and
want an
say,
easy
change this
paycheck.
character. Yeah, change this character, change this character, change this character. But the actors who
I
sit in
wouldn't.
these roles,
I wouldn't have minded if they made that change to colors if they put forethought into it and altered the story slightly so it would make sense.
and then every time you say something about it, they pull out the "you're racist" card. They can call me all they want. See, I'm not scared of words. Words don't scare me. So I know what it is and what it isn't. But every time they know it's bad. So message, okay. No, so they
You
know it's
slay
bad.
queen.
You know, they know. That's
Call
right.
us racist, call us sexist, call us
You can call me.
Islamophobes, whatever you want. But here's the thing, guys. Soon as all of that is achieved, you have no one else to blame but yourselves. You started the fire, you started all of this disaster, and you want to blame us for it. Till the end, you are the thing what you hate.
Exactly.
That's okay, son. When I was your age, I had stupid dreams too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Since you're already so destructive with this world, where there's so many problems,
Oh, he froze.
He's
fucking
stroked.
everything and the whole godforsaken. Why don't you kill yourself from that if you don't want to live in that?
He's so angry.
That
He's
sounds
robotic.
very dark for me to say that. They're so angry. Yeah, they're so angry. Why don't you kill yourself since you think there's so many fucking problems? You have no future to begin with since you think there's something wrong, everything wrong in this goddamn world.
Dude, it's not our fault you suck.
Message. I mean, that's seriously, that's true.
Wake the fuck up.
I'll say it again. Message. That's true. I'll say it again. You guys, this is a form of racism, but people don't catch it because they don't hear trigger words. And they're so entertained that they don't realize that actually they're watching hate, or the creators are saying, we hate you. There's no such thing as an okay prejudice. There's no such thing as that. But they're trying to make you think, well, it's okay to hate Caucasian or Norwegian culture. We can hate that, but it's really not. It's not bringing the world together. So that's why with a lot of these shows doing all this is in the end, it's really not going to equally worthless. I know that Whoopi Goldberg rant got on my nerves. I was like, don't let me get near her. I don't know what she's talking about. But in the end, that's really what, I hate to put it like that, but that's really what it is. Nobody wants to say it. But see, they see the pretty colors and they see the pretty costumes. They say, ooh, look at this, and ooh, look at that. And ooh, look how they did that. And that makes them forget how
Grow the fuck up. You're not a baby.
That's how the stories is going to be. It's going to be interesting to see how Mufasa, the early years, and Black Little Mermaid do at the box office when they come out next year.
I'll just tell you.
Mom wishes she had swallowed you.
It's gonna fail, man. Disney's already hurting for money, and that's why they dropped the prices so low so people could subscribe.
Yeah.
Guys, don't subscribe to it.
Yeah.
Don't subscribe to Disney Plus. No hate watching.
And
I'm not even following my own rules.
I
am enjoying it a bit, but like it's just meh. It's nothing compared to Game of Thrones.
I have a question for you. What the hell is hate watching?
It's when people watch something just to like mock it. Yeah.
Professor Geek said
they expect to hate the show, and yet they actually expect to watch a show or a movie, and they expect to hate it, and yet their expectations ring true, and yet they just go on the internet and yet prove that they were actually right.
And the hate watching really hurts them because the Disney company will take that as a win. So they don't realize even when you're hate watching, you're helping the company. Yep. So you should avoid it altogether. You shouldn't hate watch it altogether because you're really helping Disney. And I hear people on YouTube say it all the time. I know it's bad and I know it's hate watching, but I'm going to hate watch this thing. Rings of Power. I know it's crap, but I'm going to watch it anyway.
And all for what? What would it cost?
At cost of your soul. That's what it is. It's like fucking nobody cares. It's like, oh.
Turn it off and go out and do something. Like what I did
Touch some grass.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I started going to the gym. I said, instead of sitting here hate watching this stuff, I'm going to go out and make myself healthy. Spend my time doing something else. That's what I vowed to do. I said, no more of this. I'm going to go out and take it's not doing my health any good. sitting there hate watching. So I'm just going to go out and take that stress and put it into getting healthy. And that's what I did. So I don't do it. Thanks. I don't do any of this. I think that I will tell a lot of people. I said, go to the gym, go for a walk, go out, get some exercise. Mentally, it's not good for you either, because you know it's hurting you. It's like you're being
ridiculous.
Why do you think I only watch anime nowadays? Like I just gave up on everything. Like I want to watch Western shows, but I can't because they're so bad. I just get revolted so bad. Like I'm like, oh, I'm basically allergic
so
to it. Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous. It is getting. This is not to you guys watching. I know you guys, but it is getting fucking ridiculous. It is getting so ridiculous. It is getting obsessive. You have a problem. Find some other way of outletting some of your other outlets when it comes to media. MCU, anything with Disney, Warner Bros., DC, Marvel, they're not your fucking life anymore. They're long gone now, so stop fucking procrastinating on it. Oh my god.
See,
I discussed this with Professor... I actually put a comment on one of Professor Geek's videos about this, where I said this was not to him or any of his subscribers. It's for people who keep on supporting this kind of crap. It's just already so freaking ridiculous. It's just... and everyone is just like, oh no, it's not gonna happen. They're totally not gonna... What do you think they're doing when you're gonna be hate watching? Or they think they're gonna be doing it just expect you're just gonna like it as if it's 1920. They don't fucking care. That choice is long gone. It's 2022 now.
Yeah,
we have the internet. We can practically see everything that they posted because whatever shit stains on the internet stays there.
What was the wise words of RJ? He says, don't watch this media. Create your own media. Create your own stories. Make something that you like. Don't waste your time on this. And he's right.
Yes.
Yep.
And another thing, again, just like Final, this is not to any of you on the panel and any of you out there listening, but I don't even watch review videos anymore on YouTube. I gave all that up because there's always going to be some that go, yeah, it's not that bad, or it's woke, but the songs are pretty, or the actress, I like no, I reject it. I reject all of it. That's just personally me. This is no offense to anybody else, but to me, I reject all of it. I have not seen anything in phase 4, will not see anything in phase 5, mostly coming from the Disney company or anything else. I'm just going to ignore. And like Final said, I'm going to go out, create something, or I picked up another day at the gym. I said, I'm going to get out now. I'm going to do, because mentally, you guys, it plays on you mentally. It's no good to sit and take in any kind of toxic form of media. It's no good anyway. So like you said, Twildy, and all you're saying here, go out, create something. If you're not a writer, take up some sort of hobby. I'm taking up some hobby things and doing some creative art things. I said, I'm leaving this stuff alone. Or I'm going to hang out with friends or family members. I'm going to go back, and now that we can see our friends and family again, I'm going to go associate with them. I'm going to slowly pull away from some of this stuff, because the toxic of this kind of stuff is killing our health mentally. I really do think it's working on us mentally. And I've had enough of this abuse from Hollywood. I see it as a form of abuse. I've had enough of it. I can't take any of this abuse anymore. I'm fed up seeing every one of my favorite heroes, no matter what genre it is, whether it's fantasy, science fiction, animation, being assassinated on the guillotine of woke. I've had enough of the assassinations. I'm done. If they want to call me racist, I don't care.
And this is why.
I'll give you an example. Like, for example, remember when
This is exactly fucking why. Everyone else would go every single chance they could to even pirating certain types of media. Mm-hmm. And yet they would go on to just either hate watch or yet still just go, well, just something like that.
That's why I
No.
stopped. I stopped
No.
watching Zach. Zach,
It is
that cool guy, Zach,
really.
or whatever his name
Oh
is.
my god, I even have to put up with this with my family. I really need to tell
I
them this.
feel
It's
Oh,
for you.
by the way, guys,
really, it's
I just want
really
to ask you something, if you
pissing.
don't mind, before I forget.
It is sorry, Twelve. It is really pissing me the fuck off, and it's pissing off a lot of other people as well, even with my friends who aspire to be writers. Everyone will even tell you this from this, and I'm not doing this to hurt your feelings. I am not. I am trying to tell you where you stand in this, okay? Don't just subscribe to something in hopes where all you're gonna get is just one thing and expect a jingling keys. You're not a fucking baby. Grow the fuck up.
That is true. 2LD, what were you going to say?
I forgot what I was going to say.
I was going to say that goes. I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you know what? I was a kid and I saw the Little Mermaid and Aladdin when I was a child, so I have to see the live action version." Live action. Well, you know what? I saw Cinderella.
I remembered.
I don't need to see the live action version of it because it sucks.
So I don't keep the old ones alive, and it looks like Ishii is live.
Okay, well, we're
it's
time. I'm trying to wrap this shit up, but I'm indulging y'all motherfuckers in y'all rant.
Why did you tell me, man? Okay.
I saw the notification.
Okay.
Sorry, I was
Can I say
eating
this
something.
before we wrap up? I just wanted to say something. Remember when we were talking about Rescue Rangers? That hurt me so bad. That absolutely killed my soul. Like, it literally hurt me bad. I thank God I didn't watch it. And then the people were telling me, "Oh, it was good," And then Fizz was coming. It just pissed me the fuck off. Absolutely pissed me off. But anyways, I'll see you. Let's just cut this short.
Everybody, and head over to Ishii's stream. This was a placeholder till you guys were waiting. Hopefully, hopefully entertain you guys while that's been going on. I'd like to thank my compadres here, the Warrior of Life, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf10 Media if you haven't already. Go subscribe to me if you haven't already. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
Man, I was about to snatch your ass. White boy, where you at?
Yeah, sorry, my computer always pauses for some reason.
The Bear of the North, Louis Dotto.
Oh, just check the cache of the machine sometimes, or the cookies. Sometimes that slows you down, or background programs. So go to Task Manager for that. So anyways, guys, see you around and see you over at Ishii's. You can just type in j.ishiro Finney to find him on YouTube, and subscribe to Wolf if you haven't already. Subscribe to Final, and I'm actually starting I've already have like 2 YouTube shorts up, so you guys subscribe to me, Aloys the Viewer. Just type that in and you'll find my channel. And I hope you guys have a good night, or see you at Ishii's if the night's still young for you guys. Your turn, Charlie.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here again as usual. Even though we keep ripping apart Wolf's control over the stream because it's so funny, and Wolf is so weak, we have to take it from him. Take all means of protection, like a good comrade.
That's good. Someone said I keep interrupting every damn body. Now suddenly it's a sign of weakness.
Wolf, here's the thing, Wolf. You can't win against it, or we can't win with it. So either way, you're screwed. But either way, this is Albert. I would like to say that as a comrade, I am happy to be here, and thank you for this stream, and I hope you enjoyed it. Toodles.
The lovely Leia Valor, Leia Plus Size.
Good evening, everyone. This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely lady of valor. And thank you for joining us for this chill stream for Friday. We're glad you spent some time this evening to join us. Again, if you have a particular topic you want us to rant about, you know how we are. Please leave those comments below. I'm sure Wolf would really appreciate that. But until then, you all have a very good weekend and enjoy your stream.
And evenings, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Spinning Welcome and Wolfman. Remind you guys once again, you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.
Here's my motherfucking ball!